Hi, I'm Goddess Valentina, and welcome to Happiness Matters. I'm delighted to share this precious time with you. Before we begin, I ask you to come with an open heart and an open mind for a peaceful, healing conversation. This will be a safe, non judgmental space of healing. I ask before we begin to please remove all distractions as you listen to this recording, like candles, if you like, or incense, and get into your place of Zen as we go through this reading. I have attached Enlightenment worksheet to go along with this recording. Feel free to write down your questions in a journal to go back and reflect on them as you go through this journey and begin to apply the enlightenment to your life. The flow of the reading will begin with a love offering. Then we will go into cleansing, purification, and shielding. I will also ring a bell, beginning, middle, and end of the healing session. We will start with our love offering from our heart and pure intentions of thankfulness and gratitude for the wisdom we will soon receive. We are offering today rice and water, and I'm offering flowers. We are now going to have our offering. Now we have our offering. Let's start our cleansing, purification, and shielding. We will start with 3 cleansing breaths. We're going to inhale for 4, hold for 7, and exhale for the count of 7. And we will do this 3 times. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Divine Creator, we have offerings of rice, water, and flowers. The rice symbolizes prosperity and fertility. The water to erase impurity and dirt, erase bad karma and slander. And the flowers, pure in nature between 2 people, you and the divine. If our family, relatives, ancestors have offended you in thoughts, words, deeds, and actions from the beginning of our creation to the present, we ask for your forgiveness. Let this cleanse, purify, release, cut all negative memories, blocks, energies, and vibrations, and transmute these unwanted energies to pure light. Clearing, clearing, clearing. We ask for Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Uriel to be with us as we seek for your radiant white light to protect and shield us in this sacred space for us to be listened to, heard, enlightened, and protected. Thank you, Divine. Thank you. When we seek enlightenment, it is important to listen, but also we need to apply the teachings. Sometimes it's a simple fix, and in other situations we need more work. This is a good time to have your worksheet next to you and a pen. At any time, please pause the recording and write down your notes. This will help absorb the material along the way. Divine, we present this situation to you. The situation is Norelle is a single mom, and she has anxiety and fear about not being able to provide for her beautiful 2 children. She's seeking for enlightenment today on how to elevate from this situation for it to be positive and divine, where all of this can have a peaceful transition. We ask for your guidance and enlightenment we ask for the guidance and enlightenment to begin to find healing. Enlightenment card number 1. Cause no harm. This card is much deeper than the average person thinks. Cause no harm. In your situation, you could have a lot of frustration, a lot of resentment, a lot of anger, a lot of sadness, a lot of mixed energy. Cause no harm means all negative thoughts, words, anything that comes through you can cause harm. And sometimes people in hard situations, they want the other person to feel the pain. They do. But this is not the way to go. Cause no harm means to ensure that the words that you speak are not words to injure, that your words are not used as a knife or a sword, that your thoughts are not used as a knife and a sword. And this is very difficult. To begin the process of cause no harm, sometimes it's recommended that people write all of their venom, everything that they feel, and they burn it up and they let it go. It's critical not to bring this energy, release this energy into the world, because karma with words and an energy comes back even in the smallest realm. So to start to have more harmony in our lives, we have to really think about cause no harm. And that is with everything, not only in your situation, but in your life, with everybody. And sometimes we just don't know if we are causing harm to somebody. And that's where forgiveness, asking for forgiveness for the things I know and for the things I don't know. This will help keep your energy clear and keep the pathway open for the divine to work through. So cause no harm is a very serious card. It's a card to think about. How can you go forward, not causing any pain or harm, even in the smallest way, So I would think about that. So, on your worksheet, you can write cause no harm if you want to, or you could do it later. The next card is monitor negative thoughts. So that goes with cause no harm. So any kind of thoughts that you might have, you need to find a way not to let them come out of your mouth. This is so hard. This is when you start to become conscious of who you are. When you're starting to monitor your thoughts, you would be amazed how much negative thoughts the average person has on a daily basis. Judgments, any kind of thing. So we just have to be careful. Are we brewing negativity? Because the average person wants to be a positive person and wants to do positive things. But we need to be very mindful about our thoughts, because our thoughts are extremely powerful and they can bring forth a lot of disharmony in our lives. It's actually frightening. Meditation helps, listening to positive music, Sometimes people take a break from the media for a while. Be careful of the people that you are communicating with at this time. If they tend to be a little bit more judgmental, critical, kind of negative, gossipy, this is not healthy for you at this time. That kind of energy is very strong and magnetic, and it's very easy to get pulled into that. And if you get pulled into that, then you'll begin to cause harm. And so we don't want that. We're trying to get you to a place of elevation. And this is the way to do it with your situation here, because it's a tough situation, and negative thoughts will run rampant. And the frustration that you might be going through, and the anxiety and the fear. Okay. So you can also write these negative thoughts down and burn them, but try to transmute them into light. If you have a negative thought, you could just say, okay, this is the way I'm feeling right now, but I'm transmuting this thought into something positive. And you could think of anything, Bible verses, inspiration, quotes, affirmations, anything that is of positivity, change it. And this, you'll be amazed as you start to monitor your thoughts, you'll be amazed at how much runs through your mind. Okay. So we have cause no harm, monitor negative thoughts. The next card is focus on anchoring yourself. So anchoring is, to get it deeper in your faith, deeper rooted in your faith. And that's where you need to be pulling all your light and all your strength from. And even though, in these tough times, you need to be fully anchored all the way down to the earth's core, because you need that divine strength, because you're in a really, tough situation at this time. But tough times don't last always, and there will be some reprieve. And by doing that, you need to be in pause. You need to be radiating light. Even through your stress and frustration, you are in control. You have the power to change anything that you want. You understand? But we can't continue our old ways. And it's so easy to do. It's so easy, if you have your girlfriends, you're venting and you're saying all these things. And yeah, but if you vent, where does these words go? These words go into the universe, and they come back to you in some way, shape, or form. So to prevent this, if you need to vent, you could just ask permission from a friend. Listen, I just got some things on my chest I need to let out. And after you finish, you say, please forgive me, Lord. Please forgive me for this is what I'm feeling at this time. Ask for forgiveness to clean those words that you spilled into the universe. We need to be extremely conscious of that, because that's causing harm when you are saying negative things. And all your feelings are warranted. Yes, all your feelings are warranted, and you are upset, you are frustrated, you have anxiety, you do have fear, you do have those things, especially when your ex makes it difficult for you, and it's not fair. It really isn't fair. But we have to be in a place of elevation, even in our darkest moments. We need to still elevate and rise. And by that is ensuring we're not causing harm. We are not, and monitoring our thoughts. So if you're monitoring your thoughts, then you will stop causing harm. And if you catch yourself, you ask for forgiveness after. You say what you have to say, and then you ask for forgiveness. Now, the whole process is that when you do ask for forgiveness, you try not to repeat it again. And, it's just a lifestyle, and it's a way how we are in this culture here, but it takes a little practice. And writing it up, burning it up, or writing it up and having just your own like dark notebook and just write all your things out. It really helps. But we had to be very careful about those first two cards and anchoring yourself and keeping yourself surrounded in your faith and in that divine light will help with those two first cards. Really. And the angels asked for the fourth card for you, and that's see through the eyes of love. So these are some tough cards of enlightenment you have. See everything through the eyes of love. And this will be probably your most challenging card. Once you anchor yourself and have the divine light running around you and through you, you will be able to see everything through the eyes of love. And you will come to have a very peaceful, loving demeanor within your soul. And in time, all of this frustration and stress will subside. You will start to attract the jobs that you need, the money that you need, and the people that you need. And that's how it works. So focusing on anchoring yourself is very critical. And eventually you'll see everything through the eyes of love. And you'll have such a peaceful, loving, wonderful, wonderful demeanor. So the first two cards is critical to get to the last card. And it will help you with your anxiety and your fear. It will help you. You will be able to march right through all of that. And the doors will open and you will have abundant success. But you have to make sure that you have cleared yourself of anything that's lingering. And it's not, the angelic blends and the bath help tremendously to move any kind of static energy or anything around you that you're not aware of. But also, when you are monitoring negative thoughts, transmuting those thoughts to light and not causing any harm, but not speaking about anything or anyone. And this is so hard. But if you can do those two and anchor yourself and see through the eyes of love, there's nothing that you can't do. You will be unstoppable. And your water offering today, it really touches my heart because it goes with your cards. It goes with your cards. And it's a beautiful, beautiful offering, and you will have the prosperity and fertility. I also work with the chakras. It's something I'm very passionate about. As we go through current situations, sometimes our energy centers can become blocked, slow down, or even become overactive because of the emotional and physical pain we might be experiencing. Our energy centers is where our bodies bring energy and power to our bodies. When your chakras are balanced, your physical and mental bodies will flow and become balanced, and healing will begin. In this situation, the area of focus is your throat chakra, which deals with communication and speech, which is unbelievable. The angels are on it. They are on it with you. So, with the throat chakra, it is first of the higher or spiritual chakras on the chakra ladder. And this chakra is located in the region of the neck and shoulders, and the color is blue. The gift of this chakra is accepting your originality, expressing your authentic voice, and speaking your truth. The energy of this chakra allows you to seek knowledge that is true beyond limitations of time, space, beyond cultural and family conditioning. The main challenge for the fifth chakra is doubt and negativity thinking. When you gain and verify your knowledge through meditation and direct experience, then doubt and negativity are removed. The way of the throat chakra is the way of inspired creativity, seeking and sharing of the truth. It is a way of standing up for what you believe. Say no when you need to, and begin to be open and honest in what to say. They have a beautiful affirmation. I am open, clear, and honest in my communication. I have the right to speak my truth. I communicate my feelings with ease. I express myself creatively through speech, writing, or art. I have a strong will that lets me resolve my challenges. I nourish my spirit through creativity. I live an authentic life. I have integrity. I love and share my experiences with wisdom. I know when it's time to listen. I express my gratitude towards life. I listen to my body and my feelings to know what my truth is. I take care of my physical body. I am at peace. The color of throat chakra is blue. So in this time of transition, you want to have blue around you just to keep you focused about your throat chakra and monitoring your thoughts and causing no harm through speech, through thoughts, and through physical actions. Okay, causing no harm is very important. And it could be looking at someone and being judgmental to them. It could be having a critical eye. It could be gossiping. It could be anger. It could be wrath. It could be any of those things. It could be the smallest things. Okay? So it could be we're so frustrated that we might lash out at our child, causing harm. We don't know. All people, they're all different. And we might not think we've done something, but actually we could have injured or hurt someone. So forgiveness is extremely critical. Every day, ask for forgiveness. In some faiths, forgiveness, you need to say forgiveness. Please forgive me 70 times a day, just to have a basic clearing. And some faiths, they put their head all the way down. They prostrate. They lay on the floor. And they get up and they go back down the floor for forgiveness. So forgiveness is critical to help with your clearing. Okay? Because if you stay in panic, if you stay in frustration, if you stay in anxiety, these are not feelings of empowerment. Okay, so those emotions create you causing harm and create negative thinking, and to really get deep back into your faith. Like, I know that you pray and I know that you love God and I know all those things, but sometimes these situations can pull us away. And sometimes we're just on the fence. We're like, we're there, but we're not fully invested. This is the time in your life where you need to be fully invested. And you need to really you really want to be you need to elevate yourself as high as you can and stay that way, because you need to feel the love and the strength of God all around you all day long. This will prevent all of those other emotions that you're feeling, because you will feel protected, you will feel secure, you will feel loved. And with that and said, you will have peace. In this tough situation, you will begin to have peace. Speak your truth with elegance and grace. You don't need to use any other kinds of words. Speak your truth. And make sure you're always expressing yourself in the most elegant, strong, assertive way possible. And you'll see, in time, your life is going to shift. And I assure you, monitoring your thoughts, by you doing that, you're going to be tired of yourself. You're going to be tired. You're going to be tired because our mind, we have over 11 million thoughts racing in our minds. Did you know that? So you have no idea. Once you start monitoring what you're thinking, you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe all this is racing in my mind. Meditation helps. Not sure if you're into meditation, but you definitely should look into it. You need to have something in your hand, your right hand, so you don't fall asleep, like rosary beads or mala beads or something that you can constantly have in your hand and roll. And people say mantras, they say prayers, and they just continue going and going. And what you want to do is, anytime you really want to focus on the beads, and you could say a mantra, okay? And there's so many different mantras, and you can look them up. I like to say in the Sanskrit language, aham prima, that I am love. I am love of the divine. I am the image of the divine. The divine energy runs through me. So I would say, aham prima, aham prima, aham prima, aham prima, aham prima. And I just keep saying it. And my mind will drift off into all the things I'm racing about, and then it comes back. And you'll find yourself pulling back and forth like a horse that's wild. And once you get able to control your mind and you could stay focused on your mantra or what you're saying, you will start to have focus and your mind will start to clear. And then eventually you won't have any thoughts racing. And when that happens, that is awesome, because that's when you can start to elevate yourself and keep your mind very clear. And it can be very difficult. It can be very difficult about that. I believe in the kit that I gave you. I believe that it was your crown chakra that needed some balancing. That was just overall. So it's probably a lot of thinking, a lot of thoughts, a lot of trying to figure out and maneuvering that you're doing right now. And, you really need to have a mind break. And meditation could be starting at 5 minutes. Just sitting and just focusing on your breath. Focus on breathing in and breathing out. But it's something that this is something that you need at this time in your life. And I assure you, with the first 2 cards, working on those first 2 cards, you will start to see transformation happen into your life. You're like, wait a minute. She normally doesn't respond like this to me. I'm ready to get this and ready to get that. And you respond differently. Or you just, a lot of time, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. There's a lot of truth to that, because you don't want to put that venom out into the universe. We are human. We're having a human experience. And sometimes the human experience is not pleasant. And sometimes it's painful. But we can get through it and we can do it, and anchor yourself. And then eventually you'll see through the eyes of love. And no matter how ugly or how dark and how betrayal and disgusted with the situation you may feel, you'll see everything through the eyes of love. And everything that used to frustrate you or upset you and give you panic, you'll find a way to see love through it. And when that happens, that's when divinity happens. That's when divine inspiration happens. That's when all the doors start opening. And that's when you hit the jackpot. And that's where you want to get to. Okay? So this was a really great, insightful enlightenment reading. And my heart is with you. But these 4 enlightenment tools definitely will get you on the path that you need to be on. And eventually have a peace in all areas of your life. Because you deserve it. We just have to just focus on things that we can control. And we can control not causing harm. And we can control monitoring negative thoughts. Right? We can control that. We can control on focusing on anchoring ourselves. It is a true story. I'll share this with you. Before I started working at Health First in 2008, it was the big recession. I lost my great paying job. I had no job for 2 years. I was with a guy, got engaged to him, and he was bipolar. He was 12 years younger than me. And anyway, we had fun, but it was a lot of hot mess involved. When I got a job, I was starting to get my feet back on track. I lost my job, and he said that he was leaving me to be with the woman that he cheated on me with, which I didn't know, and they had a baby. And I was completely blown apart and devastated. And I had to go on public assistance because the unemployment ran out. And I only had $20 to my name after I paid the rent. And it was the lowest part of my life. It was so low. I felt ugly. I don't know what I felt like. But what I did was I anchored myself through all the ugliness and through all the resentment and all the hate and everything I felt. I anchored myself. And I stayed. It was Crestro Dollar that came on the TV. And what I did was I watched him twice a day. And then he had Bible study on his website. And I would do Bible study. And I would start listening to all the ones that he recorded. And I had a notebook. And I was deep into the Lord. And what happened was I started to see through the eyes of love. And I started to radiate. And when I happened to go to the library, I saw an admin position. I applied for it. They called me in 3 days. And when I went for the interview, they hired me on the spot. And that's how it works. I wasn't causing any more harm. And I stopped my negative thoughts. And I just focused on anchoring myself to the divine, to God. And when I was fully illuminating with God's light through me, through my eyes, through my heart, people felt it. And people wanted to be in my space. And the doors opened. And they continued to open and open and open. I moved within 5 months to a new place. 7 months after that, my husband came into my life. And it's just been one miracle after the next. I got away from all of that energy that wasn't serving me for my highest good. So, my goddess, we are going to end the session. Divine, we want to express our thankfulness for the enlightenment we received today. Please release the protection of white light around us, and thank you, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Uriel for joining us. This sacred session has ended. Let's take one deep breath in and release. Thank you so much for this precious time spent. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave me some feedback. This was a love gift, so I don't think you're able to put a review on my SD page. But if you could send me a text message or an email regarding the feedback, would be so helpful, and I would be so grateful for that. So anyway, you have your worksheet. And it will definitely take you through the journey. I would recommend some of the questions. You could really get a nice journal because it's going to take you through at least 6 months or so, and you can start jotting down the transformation, and you'll be able to see through these steps how God will start to move in your life, and you will be so amazed. So I'm going to send you pictures of your cards and your offerings. And I just want to say, be blessed, divine blessings to you. And thank you again for spending this precious time with me. This is Goddess Valentina, the healing goddess. Thank you so much. Bye.